And they answered the phone on Saturday. And we had that imam in. I've talked about that. But we were the first to interview someone from CARE, the Council of American Islamic Relations. I never heard of them before. And the imam turned me on to them. And we had this guy in, and he said the most bizarre thing to you, and we had another guest in studio. I cannot remember what the guy's name is that we had from CARE. DeSantis says they're terrible.
The other guy, didn't we have a Jewish fellow with him?
Yeah, Joe Kaufman. Joe
yes.
Kaufman. No relation to Joyce Kaufman. And you and Joe Kaufman were in studio with this guy from the Council of American Islamic Relations. And I'll tell you guys what he said in a minute. But it was, the first guest we had on was an imam, and this was the second Muslim guest. And this was about a week after 9/11. And this was one of the shows where you interviewed the guest for one, maybe two segments, and then you ended the interview before the show was over. Because it was, people forget what the tone in the country was like after 9/11. And you're in studio with Joe Kaufman and this guy from CARE. And during the break, you mentioned, he was saying on the air, that this was week after 9/11, that no Jews were killed on 9/11, that they got out of the buildings before the planes crashed.
His contention was that the Jews had been tipped off, and that no Jews had been in the World Trade Center. He was a nutcase.
Well, then he went on to say that Muslims did not fly the planes into the buildings, that the Mossad, the Jews at Mossad, had the planes on remote control and remote piloted them into the Trade Center. Remember that?
The thing I remember most, I think this will make it come clear to you again. I was in my liberal throwback days in those days.
Yes, you were.
And I was afraid that all the poor Muslims were going to get picked on.
Yes.
Because, because of the 9/11 happening, and they were going to get blamed for it.
Yeah.
And I said, let's get some real, genuine, pure Muslim, the one that's into loving and kindness and all that stuff. So we'll dispel all these negative stereotypes that people have about Muslims.
Yes.
And we'll help them understand that Muslims are your friends.
Yes.
And then you brought this guy in
at your request.
Was a Looney Tune.
Yeah, and by the way, when we had him on was before the Muslim community and CARE got their act together about what they shouldn't say in public after 9/11. Okay, because this was a week after 9/11. And you mentioned, and after he talked about how the Jews got out of the building before the planes hit, which begs the question, why would they have even been in the building in the first place? And then he was talking about the Mossad, Israeli Defense Force, Air Force, that they flew the planes into the building by Jewish remote control. And you had mentioned to him that you're a Jew. And he pointed to you and he says, "You're a Jew?" And then Joe Kaufman says, "I'm a Jew too. What does that mean?" He says, "You're a Jew too?" And he started laughing with this evil laugh. This was on the air. It was like Vincent Price in the Thriller video.
It was very, very
You're both Jews. Yes. And then we go to break. It was scary, right? We go to break, and you're like, "Thank you for your time. We'll, take care." And you said goodbye to him. It was pretty scary. But that was CARE. We were the first to interview them. But anyway, Ron DeSantis has just declared CARE as a foreign terrorist organization, which Texas has also done. All right, hey, we're going to take our first break of the 8 o'clock hour. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve Kane is here. I'm Brian Craig. We'll be right back. All right, Steve, I'm going to put you on hold. I got to call Barry.
Okay.
Hold on. It was crazy. All right. If you're on hold, stand by.
Politicians promised to lower healthcare costs. Mike Duggan has actually done it. He delivered affordable health insurance and cheaper prescription drugs to 60,000 Michiganders. As CEO of Detroit Medical Center, Duggan stopped Detroit Receiving Hospital from closing its doors. Lowering costs, fixing broken systems, and getting things done. While politicians debate, Mike Duggan delivers.
Welcome to Aunt Millie's Bakehouse. Premium artisan-style breads, buns, and rolls. Fresh baked with select ingredients and natural toppings to make any small batch bakery fan say, it's all good. Experience Aunt Millie's Bakehouse at your favorite grocer today.
Barry, you there? Barry?
I don't hear anything. Hello?
Yeah, Barry, can you hear me? Ah, I got to call him back. Because I hung up at the time that he was answering.
Hello?
Hey, Barry, it's Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Barry, we got about 20 seconds. Hold on, I'm going to conference Steve in. All right, Steve, we got about 10 seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Steve.
Hey.
Hello.
Here we go. Stand by. All right, and it's time to check in with Attorney Barry Siegel from the Siegel Law Group. Attorney Barry Siegel, good morning.
Good morning. How are you gentlemen doing today?
Well, we're great.
Hey, Barry, how are you doing?
I'm great, Steve. How's everything?
Good. Excellent. Good to hear your voice.
Same here, always. Well, we have two seminars today in Wellington. We're doing a living trust seminar in the morning and a Medicaid planning seminar in the afternoon. And I think we're going to have a good crowd for that. With regard to Medicaid planning, the biggest issue with it, everybody wants to have the peace of mind of knowing that they're not going to spend down their assets on care if they or their spouse need care in the future, because it's very, very expensive. Here's the biggest problem, that people don't understand that you don't have to spend down your assets and go broke. We have tools, we have procedures, we have things that we can do as elder law attorneys that can help people not spend down their assets, protect their assets, and get Medicaid to pay a significant share of the cost of their care. And so the biggest issue is not actually doing it, it's getting people to understand that this actually can be done, and this is something that even if their assets are too high and their income is too high, they can likely still qualify, and that's why we offer a free long-term care audit to your listeners. They can call us, schedule an audit, we'll be able to go over everything and let them know either A, they're already set up so that they would be able to qualify in the future, or with a couple little things that we could do to get them ready so they have the peace of mind that they can qualify in the future and they don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, and I've been to many workshops of Attorney Barry Siegel, both for the Revocable Living Trust and the Medicaid planning. And if you can go to these workshops, guys, please do. And I got to tell you, that Medicaid workshop, it's amazing to me, Barry, that pretty much everyone except like Donald Trump and Bobby Kennedy can almost all get qualified for this. It's amazing to me.
Barry, in these workshops that you're doing today, do you still have openings for today?
I think if anybody was interested in attending, they can call our office, and I'm sure that there's still some seats available. So if anybody does want to attend, they can call our office and get the information. And
give them the number, Barry.
Well, I'll give out the number. It's 855-FLA 3782, 855-FLA 3782, and online, SiegelLawGroup.com, and Siegel is spelled Siegel. All right, Attorney Barry Siegel, have fun at the workshops today, and we'll talk later in the week.
Have a great day, Barry.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Take care.
All right, if you're on hold, stand by. You want to take some calls, Steve? Or
Sure, why not?
okay, I want to warn you. They've been a little weird today, especially the Democrats that have been calling. All right, let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
855. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning.
Yeah, turn down the volume in the background. Whatever you're listening to us on, turn that down.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Good morning. Hey, this is James from Boynton Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, question. To answer your question is Tuesday, September 11th, 2001.
Oh, okay. So I guess it was we had the imam on the Monday after. Oh, so it was 6 days, and the care guy was like the Tuesday or Wednesday after, and then we had another imam, and then you said no more Muslims, Steve. They're causing us. We did it 3 in 1 week. That was it. All right.
3 strikes, we were out.
All right.
But don't ask Ilhan Omar what day of the week that was or what happened that day or anything. Don't ask her that question. She'll give you some dumbass answer.
Okay. Okay. All right, whatever that means. I appreciate the call. They did a great piece on Newsmax. I was watching yesterday, Steve, about Jasmine Crockett's money, right? It came out over the weekend. Her net worth is $30 million. And and they went through this. And I'll just give you what I remember. It was pretty interesting. When she came to Congress, not that many years ago, her net worth was $65,000. She was married. She got divorced. She's on her 3rd husband now. And her $30 million, and this is what surprised me with the Newsmax reporting. A lot of people are saying, well, she married this rich white guy. No.
This isn't the one who married her father.
No, the brother is what they talk about, the brother.
The brother.
It's Letitia James that said she was married to her father.
Okay, all right. Can't tell your players without a scorecard.
Well, all these very strange marriages are, they're happening so often with Democrat women. It's hard to keep them straight. But she's on her 3rd marriage. But this white guy that she's married to now, according to Newsmax, he was not a rich guy when they got married. He's rich now. Okay, he's rich now, but he wasn't rich when they got married. And he's got a venture capital firm and I think a vineyard now. But this is how they do it in Washington. They have their spouses or their kids or their brothers or sisters or son-in-laws or something. They do the business, right? And she was not. She made the money after she married her 3rd husband, which they've only been married a couple of years. And apparently they did this breakdown. I can't go through the whole breakdown because it was so detailed. Do you know that her wealth has grown at a rate much higher than Bernie Madoff's, right? The big guy, the big scammer, the Bernie Madoff. I mean, she's making money better than Bernie Madoff was. Everybody knows what he was doing with his Ponzi, And I'm watching the press conference with the farmers with the president yesterday. And I don't know what his role is, but they have this obsession that Jared Kushner, Ivanka's husband, the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner has some role in this Paramount Netflix deal. And they're obsessing over this. Well, how do you go from $65,000 to $30 million net worth in just a couple of years like Ilhan Omar? That doesn't interest them, Steve. Or even, by the way, the networks and the mainstream media are still not reporting the Minnesota $8 billion theft. But Jared Kushner, who I don't know what his role, Jared Kushner is wealthier than the president, right? That has them upset, the Netflix deal. Well, let me tell you, Ilhan Omar is in big trouble, Steve. She is in this next year is going to be a bad year for the Democrats. They got Jasmine Crockett running for the Senate. They got Zohan running New York into the toilet. This Minnesota thing is huge, and all of this investigation into the wealth of Ilhan Omar, things are going south, and they're going south fast.
Well, but this is the key. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. This is the one thing you got to bear in mind, which makes me more cautious than I would otherwise be. The fact is that if the elections, the off-year election goes the wrong way, all of those investigations that we're counting on are going to disappear.
Mm-hmm. Well, but did you hear me talking about Susie Wiles' announcement yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, now for those that missed it, Susie Wiles did an interview, and she said that the president is going to treat next year's midterm elections as a presidential election year. This has never been done before. She said this is why the party in power always loses, right? They don't really run. They let the locals handle the elections. A president may come out and do 1 or 2 endorsements, but they don't campaign like that. And President Trump...
I respectfully disagree with you, Brennan. Let me tell
That's
you
Susie
why.
Wiles said that.
Well, then I disagree with Susie Wiles, because what I'm telling you is what happens is, I realized it yesterday. Every day, around midday, almost every day, he has a press conference on television, on Fox.
Yes.
And I spend all my afternoons listening to his daily update.
Yes.
I listen to the daily campaign speech.
Yes.
It changes every day.
Yes.
And it's very powerful, and I don't know how the Democrats plan on beating it, but believe me, he's getting campaign-like coverage right
already.
now.
Well, he's going to start the rallies like he did with the presidential. It's going to be a year of Trump rallies. And
explain to me what you see as the difference. Did you see the news conference yesterday?
Well, he's going to be out there having rallies with hundreds of thousands of people attending them all year long.
Dynamic-wise, what is the difference between that and what we watched yesterday in the Oval Office?
Because they're local in the areas, in key areas, which generate the base and excite their pep rallies, excite the base locally who go to see him in person to vote.
But they're also on the television in your living room every day at 12
The
o'clock.
rallies will be televised this time.
Time to go! Come on!
They're relying on us.
Are we gonna be okay?
We're relying on you. Please donate now.
Let's talk about renovation timelines. Make them shorter. Stick-built temporary walls like drywall can...
It's kind of like with, it's not so much this way anymore because the music industry has changed. But, like he gave these Kennedy honors to Kiss. Bands used to tour because to sell albums, they had to tour. It wasn't enough to get the radio play or even MTV. They had to be there in person to get the fans excited. Going in person and having the rallies gets the locals excited. It's better than the television coverage alone. It's a totally different thing. I want to tell people this, though. It's December. December's the deadliest month when it comes to heart attacks. Oh, it is. It's the deadliest time of year for heart attacks, and that's according to the American Heart Association, who keeps track of all these things. More people die from heart attacks during the last week of December than at any other time of the year, with Christmas Day and New Year's Day being the most dangerous and deadly. Wow, that's a sad thing. That's why Life Imaging FLA is offering free heart scans with just a few minimum requirements, valued at $699. When you're over at Life Imaging FLA, make sure you ask them about the full body screening to get that ultimate peace of mind. I've had both the heart scan and the full body cancer screening. One of our listeners called me up last week. He went in for the free heart scan, right? And they found something, Steve. He took the scan to his doctor, and his doctor treated it with some medication. Found he wasn't even symptomatic, and he had a heart issue he didn't know about. But he heard me, and he went over to Life Imaging FLA, and he took care of it. Life Imaging FLA is all about proactive healthcare. They save lives before symptoms even appear. So this December, give yourself the gift of health. Schedule your scan today. Enjoy the holiday season with confidence. Also, if you've got someone in your family that you think should have these scans, call, set it up, take them over there. Life Imaging FLA, they have locations in Broward, Dade, and Palm Beach. Pick up your cell phone, call them, dial pound 250 and say free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. That's pound 250 and say free heart scan. Pound 250, say free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. We'll be right back. All right, Steve, I'm going to put you on hold.
Yeah.
Construction workers just don't like paperwork.
They're right. With Connect Team's employee management platform, you can get digital reports straight.
Steve, you there?
I am.
All right, 30 seconds. All right, we're back. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve Kane is here. My name is Brian Craig. Our number 888-465-2631. You want to take some more calls?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, that's me. They got my favorite show on in the background. You're on the air once, twice. All right.
You're on the air.
You missed your chance. Oh, I hung up just as they were calling. Oh, well. Should have spoken up. You got to listen on the phone, guys. When you listen on the radio or any other device, you're listening on delay. Hold on, Steve. Let me answer all these lines coming in. All right. You back with me, Steve?
I'm with you.
Okay. I think this might be the guy that just called. I'll give him a chance before we move to this.
I didn't hear him.
You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Brian. Hey, I'm calling from Colorado.
Hey, what's up?
And I want to tell you right now, okay, I'm a farmer, and I'm not a liberal, okay?
Oh, here's another cattle grower.
You're damn right I'm a cattle grower.
Steve,
I raise cows.
Steve, have you ever...
Okay, go ahead, ma'am. I'm interested. You got me hooked in. I'm interested in what you're saying.
I'm going to tell you. Don't laugh at me. I can see you, okay?
Okay.
Don't laugh.
We're not laughing, but...
I can't help myself. I can't help myself.
Okay. It's a good story.
I have lived on a farm all my life.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So what's the most important thing for us to know?
I live on a farm, okay? I raise cattle, I raised pigs, and I eat them. all my life.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't laugh at me.
I wasn't raised on a farm.
A ranch, okay? The difference between a ranch and a farm, ranches are thousands of acres, okay? Right?
It's good information.
Yes.
Yes.
And a farm has less than probably 100 acres, which I live on. And I have raised cattle all my life, and my freezers are full. So tell me something. You bought 2 steaks for 35% off.
Correct.
Okay? How many pounds are they?
I have no idea. My wife did the shopping. They're in the freezer. I don't know.
Well, you should look at that, how much a pound they were.
What is the relevance to that?
When you buy them in the grocery store, they have so much preservatives in them.
Right.
Ours don't. Ours don't.
You that farm that advertises on television all the time? What's the name of your business?
What farm?
What is it?
I have a farm.
What's the name of your business?
I don't have a name for my business.
What's the name of your farm?
Okay?
What's the name of your farm?
I don't have a name for my farm. I live in Colorado.
Okay. Goodbye. Thank you for your call. Let's see. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them, as Johnny Cash would say.
That's Kenny Rogers. That's Kenny Rogers, the gambler, Steve.
There is, by the way, there is a ranch that advertises all over television.
Yes.
They have these big, beautiful black cows, and they advertise no preservatives. No, they're all raised on natural feed and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And by the look of them on television, they look delicious.
Well,
I've never tried one, but they look great.
You know, that last caller, if you're a farmer, you have a business, and every business has some type of name for the entity.
Of course.
So there's no one has a business that does. They may have just an LLC, and it's called Cow Lady Farm.
She was flying by the seat of her pants.
But Steve, this is an amazing thing. So I get that idiot that called. I don't know, was it Jay from Jersey or Renee from Harlem? I get those guys confused. I think it was Jay from Jersey.
I think they're the same person.
No, they're different people, Steve. They're different people. I know they sound alike. They're different people. And he had mentioned something about cattle farming and growing cows. And now we've had this run of calls talking. With this one, we've had 2 people call in. This is the second one, this lady here, who claims to be a cattle grower. And again, I've never heard this before in my life. But it shows that, yet again, President Trump is right. He says Democrats always stick together. One of them misspeaks and says cattle farmer and cattle grower, and now every Democrat that's called the show since, and that was like at 7:15 this morning, are trying to tell us that cattle growing is what you call it. I mean, my goodness. I mean, it's just they stick together even on the well, there's not that many Democrats left, so I guess they figure, Steve, they got to stick together because there's so few of them. Oh my goodness. I've spent time on farms, and you have too, haven't you? When you were young?
Absolutely. Yes.
You know what?
I've spent time on farms. I've spent time on ranches.
Yeah, I've been on ranches. I've been on farms. You know what I remember most about the farm? I was not a farmer, but I've been on farms, and I.
They killed her brother. They shot her dog. And they took her hostage for 400 days. And
it was weird. But you know what I remember? What I remember.
You know what they call it? Do you know what they taking me back to my ranching days?
Yes.
You know what they call when they castrate a cow? I guess
a bull.
You don't castrate a cow; it's a bull.
Yes.
You castrate a bull. You know what? They throw the testicles in the branding fire, and you know what they call them when they serve them to eat?
What?
Rocky Mountain oysters.
Oh my goodness, I don't want that.
It's pretty good.
Why do you do that though? Because I don't remember why we were doing. I remember the guy. I was a kid at the time. He told me why he was cutting their testicles off, and he did it with like a pocket knife out of his. He pulled a knife out of his pocket, and he would just cut the sack right in the middle. It'd fall out. That was it.
That's exactly right.
Exactly. I've never seen anything like it.
The first couple times I saw that, I didn't eat beef for a while.
Yeah,
but
this was pigs. We did it. And I guess it has something to do with the taste of the meat. It must affect the taste of the meat somehow. Why else would you do that? You want them to breed, right? You want to have as many cows and pigs as possible. But what I remember most about my brief time on farms is the smell of the farm. It's a smell.
Oh, that's the smell of crap.
Yeah, you can. It's a smell that you can taste. It's so, it's just, and you'll never forget the smell of the farm. All right, Steve.
I worked the year I worked on a farm. It was my uncle, my father's brother, had a farm in Madison, New Jersey, and I went out there during the summer to work in the fields.
You work in a Jew working in the fields of a farm.
That's working in the fields. Yes.
Boy, somebody should have taken a
picture.
Quite
an experience.
Yeah.
Quite an experience.
All right, Steve, I'm going to put you on hold. Our phones are ringing off the hook, but it's amazing. We found out something we have in common after all these years I didn't know. We have both cut the testicles off of farm animals.
Yep.
Isn't that something? By the way, did you eat those oysters, whatever you call them?
Once.
Oh, my goodness. No, I've never eaten testicles that I know of. All right, I'm going to put you on hold, Steve. If you're on hold, hang in there. I'm guessing we got a bunch of cow growers on the line. I don't know. We'll find out after the Gold Report. All right, it's the Steve Kane Show. We'll be back after this. I mean, what's going on with these callers? Let me ask you. Give me an honest yes or no. Have you ever heard of cattle growers or cattle farmers before? Tell me the truth. Come on, guys. Come on. All right.
Good morning.
Hey there, we got about a minute. I'm going to put you on hold, okay? Stand by.
Okay.
All right. Steve, you there?
I'm here.
All right, we got about a minute. I got William on hold. I'll put him through in a minute. Oh, my goodness. We're going to have a run of cattle growers, I'm telling you. I've never heard of something.
That'd be amazing.
There must be a reason you cut the testicles off. I just assumed it has. I don't know why.
I'm only guessing, but I'm guessing maybe it makes the meat more tender.
Something. All right, I'm going to conference William.
It improves the taste.
Yeah, hold on. All right, William, we have about 30 seconds.
Okay.
We're back. It's time to check in with William Youngerman from the offices of William Youngerman Incorporated in Boca with the Morning Gold and Precious Metals Report. William Youngerman, how the metals looking?
The metals continue to trade sideways to slightly higher as they continue to build a very strong base in the areas we've been of 41.75 to 4,200 on gold and over $58 for silver. Yesterday we saw gold trade in a range of $4,175 all the way up to $4,220 before closing out the day down $7.70 at $4,189.60 the ounce. Silver was down 19 cents at $58.08. Platinum gained $8 yesterday, closing at $16.48. And palladium was up $14 at $1,456. Overnight, we saw gold trade in a range of $4,189 up to $4,214. And right now we're at $4,199, up $9.40.
That's amazing.
Silver up 62 cents at $58.70 the ounce. Platinum down $2 at $16.46. And palladium unchanged at $1,456.
Wow.
So the markets are doing just really fine, still in the strong base building process, and giving us a nice opportunity to pick up metals at reasonable prices.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one thing, William Youngerman, that you do that is very unusual in your industry, and I like to talk about it every once in a while because I think it's important, and maybe give us some more detail on this. You will buy back anything you sell. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, we have a guaranteed buyback policy of anything we sell as far as precious metals or rare coins or anything. We guarantee to make a two-way market. Whatever the market is, when you bring it in, we will pay immediately for it. We sell top brands of all the precious metals, and we only sell basically things that we want to buy back. So we look forward to the opportunity when our customers are ready to sell that they bring it back to us and try to give them the very best price possible.
Yeah, and that's a very unusual thing in that industry. And maybe you won't, but somebody at some point is going to want to turn that gold, that silver, whatever it is, into some cash or something. And William Youngerman is right there. Listen, William Youngerman opens up at 10 a.m. His number is toll-free, 1-800-327-5010, 1-800-327-5010. He's located on the first floor of the Bank of America building, immediately east of US 1 Federal Highway, on the south side of Palmetto Park Road. The address is 150 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca. And you can find both his address and phone number on his website, WilliamYoungerman.com. All right, William Youngerman, we'll talk tomorrow.
Okay, have a great day. Thank you.
All right, take care. You want to take some more calls, Steve?
Sure, let's do it.
I just have a suspicion. We've just got the cattle growers of America have put our number out there. We're going to hear from. I'm expecting to hear from more cattle growers, which maybe they do it like cloning. Maybe
I'm trying to remember the name of that. If anybody out there remembers the name of that ranch that advertises all over Fox.
I don't know.
You see it shows all these black bulls romping in the fields.
Okay.
It's an impressive commercial.
Okay. All right, let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Brian and Steve. It's Patty from New Jersey. How are you guys?
Hey, Patty. Hey. You anywhere near Madison, New Jersey?
Actually, I am. I'm more up in the Sussex County. They're down in Morristown, but yeah, I'm up in Vernon, New Jersey.
So a lot of my misspent youth there.
Yeah. Wow.
So what's on your mind, Jersey?
So you guys are talking right up my alley this morning.
Are you a cattle grower?
About the castration. Well, I'm a little bit of everything grower. So, but depending on where you're located, you're called a rancher. Around here, we call it beef growers or beef farmers. There's all different names, but I want to comment on the castration thing. The reason why we castrate male animals, and it's usually done when they're small. All right, when a baby pig is born at about 6 weeks, we take them, we turn them upside down, we rub turpentine on them, we take a small scalpel, we cut it open, we open it up, you kind of pinch it, the testicles will come out, and then you just kind of take them off. The other thing is on a baby goat, we'll do what they call banding. So when they get to a certain age, you have a tool that will actually put a big rubber band, and it's the same for cows. But
what do they accomplish by doing this?
Okay, the reason why you do it is number one, behavior. All right, your bulls, your bucks, for your males, your male pigs can become very aggressive. They don't grow as well, and it 100% taints the meat.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you a question about that. Okay, so when you castrate the bulls, it makes them less aggressive when they don't have testosterone. Why do we have all these violent trans Tifa people in this country, like killing people and stuff? I mean, if doing away with that makes bulls less aggressive, it seems to make people more aggressive, at least in the.
Well, think of it this way, Brian. They're taking away something that's natural, and they're putting something in place of it. They're pumping them up on so many different hormones.
Yeah.
That that's why you're having it. Because I'll give you for instance, I had gone and bought a donkey to protect my flock of sheep and goats, and the donkeys are very good at protecting livestock. And he was a stud when I bought him, and so I put him in with them, and I had one little lamb that got pneumonia.
Find the perfect gift. Wow, that didn't take long. And then there's always that one person. Draw names, creating magic moments.
Where global insights meet media moments that matter. Where precise placements meet proven performance. Meet MasterCard Commerce Media. Powered by insights from over 159 billion transactions a year and a reach of 500 million consumers, MasterCard helps brands meet customers at the right moment. With personalized content delivering up to 22 times return on ad spend. This is where media meets real impact. Meet MasterCard Commerce Media.
When the eggs hatch, if we touch the babies or play with the babies, the mothers won't take them back. They reject them.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely not. They won't.
Wow, that's crazy.
But yes, it absolutely taints the meat if you leave a male animal intact. So if you're breeding, you wanna castrate everything. The goats, you can definitely tell, like old Billy goat, he will have a very strong smell just being near him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to explain to you why, because it's something he does, but
No, we don't need to. We're getting pretty
to
graphic
make himself
here.
sexy to get sexy for the girls. But once you castrate them and they don't have that behavior, they it makes all the difference in the world for it. But when I was talking about my donkey I went after that baby sheep I was telling you about, and he wound up killing it. And I called my vet, and I'm like, you need to come right now and castrate this animal. So she came up, she castrated him. He's been as nice as can be ever since.
Oh, but he's a killer.
It definitely is. And he's done a great job since protecting the flock. So he needed to be castrated, and he saw that baby as an outsider coming into his flock and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he's much more mellow. So, but it definitely taints the meat. It makes it tasty. I mean, if you eat a piece of pork from an uncastrated pig, you will.
Oh, really?
You will absolutely, yes. And same thing with a bull. Same thing with a bull. And
well, that's why we were doing it, I guess. I thought it had something to do. Hey, listen, we got to run, but I appreciate the call. Castration talk on the Steve Kane Show today. But it does have an opposite effect on humans. They get all aggressive and do mass shootings and stuff when you do all that stuff to them. I don't know. I want to talk about Coastal Weight Loss Secret. Coastal Weight Loss Secret, I went to them in January, and we still have time for you to lose weight before that New Year's party, maybe even your Christmas event. Remember, I lost 25 pounds in 3 weeks. Coastal Weight Loss Secret's amazing. And what I love so much about it is not just that I lost weight, that's awesome, is how much better I feel since I've lost weight. I cannot believe how much more energy I have, Steve. It's amazing. And I didn't realize how overweight I had gotten. But I have a lot more energy, not as tired as often. I sleeping better, going on, longer each day because I guess I'm not carrying around all that weight. I've lost over 35 pounds. Coastal Weight Loss Secret can help you no matter where you're located in the country. We've had listeners from all over the United States call them. Even if you're local and you can't make it into the office, that's okay. Give them a call. The number's 561-247-6300. 561-247-6300. And online, coastalweightlossecret.com. Give them a call and schedule your no-charge consultation. Well, I don't know if we can get back on track after all the castration talk, but I'll tell you this, Steve. The Democrat Party has been castrated. I mean, they're a loser party right now. I mean, we're moving in, we're ending this first year of Trump's glorious second and non-consecutive term on top of the world. And you're right about those, what I call it, Steve, is there's an afternoon news cycle with President Trump every day. Every day around 2 or 3, he introduces a whole new news cycle. Yesterday with the farmers, I was expecting the farmer thing to be kind of uneventful, but he did a great. Did you see that? Did you see him taking questions from the press in that yesterday?
Absolutely, it was fascinating watching him.
That idiot.
Those news conferences.
That idiot that asked him about the Republicans retiring, he's like, "Why aren't you asking me about the Democrats that are retiring?"
It was great. It was great.
And then she finally says, "Well, I was just prepared to ask about." He says, "No, you're not prepared, or you would know." By the way, it's 13 Democrats are retiring. 13 Democrats, I believe, are retiring. Might be 17, whatever it is. I wasn't asking the. But believe me, if I would, what President Trump does with those reporters is what their editors should be doing, right? Their editors should be preparing them when they go to talk to the president. You've got to be prepared, and that reporter was caught so off guard by that.
No one is prepared for Donald Trump.
No. But what he pointed out was really good. I mean, it might be 17, Steve. I think it's 20. I could be wrong, okay? But I think it's about 23 Republicans and 17 Democrats are retiring, okay? And some of our Republicans that are retiring from very safe Republican districts, so we don't have a problem. The Democrats, on the other hand, most of their people are leaving because they can't get reelected. So they're not running again. They want to go out and get a job secure on top without being a loser and losing the election. That's why, so there's a big difference there. But that was you take something as what would normally be as terminally boring as talking to rice farmers, and it's like must-see TV. You don't want to miss a second of it. Well, listen, that's all the time we have for today. You're listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. Steve Kane, of course, has been here. My name is Brian Craig. I'm trying to remember the name of that guy we had from Carol. It wasn't Ferris. That was another guy. We used to have him on, too.
Waleed Ferris was...
Maybe you're right. I'm going to look it up. You might be right.
It is.
It is. It was Waleed Ferris. Okay. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. The guy that said, "You're a Jew too?" Oh, I couldn't believe it. It was really creepy. It was really creepy. All right, guys. That's all the time we have. It is the Steve Kane Show. Steve is here. I'm Brian Craig. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. Thanks for listening. All right. I'll talk to you later, Steve. All right. Take care. Steve's already gone. Hey, everyone. Thanks for watching. Great show today. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, do me the favor of liking the video. And if you could share the video on your socials and let more people know about the program, that'd be great. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Take care.
Politicians promised to lower healthcare costs. Mike Duggan has actually done it. He delivered affordable health insurance and cheaper prescription drugs to 60,000 Michiganders. As CEO of Detroit Medical Center, Duggan stopped Detroit Receiving Hospital from closing its doors. Lowering costs, fixing broken systems, and getting things done. While politicians debate, Mike Duggan delivers.
This is what it means to live ramen rich. See you at the top.
Oh, wow. This is so easy. And then I just... Perfect.
Oh my God, that is the most perfect curl.
Oh my gosh. That is so cute.
I love it.
It's so fun. I'm obsessed.
It shall be great. Thy days full grown. Thou shalt come to thy grave like she's well sown. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yeah, in 7 no evil shall double. In famine he shall redeem from death. In war, from the sword's hot breath. So count it joy when trials fall, for correction comes from the Lord of all.
Do ye imagine to reprove with words which are as a wind, like scattered birds? Ye overwhelm the fatherless soul, dig a pit for your friend, not whole. Are the words of the wind so easy to chase? Have you no tears for a broken place? Look on me, for I will not lie. My righteousness still testifies. Return, I pray you, let there be no wrong. For my cause is just, my pain is strong. Is there iniquity in my tongue? Cannot my taste discern what's wrong? My soul chooses strangling and death more than my bones drawing breath. Are the words of the wind so easy to chase? Have you no tears for a broken place? Look on me, for I will not lie. My righteousness still testifies. Though friends fall silent and grief won't bend, Job speaks true till the very end.
Time to go. Come on.
They're relying on us.
Are we gonna be okay?
We're relying on you. Please donate now.
At Vistaprint, we print signs so people can see your brand up close. But we also print signs so that people can see your business here, see it here, and see it here, so you stand out. Even when they're way back here. Get 15% off signs and banners at Vistaprint.com.
Still testifies. What is man that thou shouldest magnify him? That thou should visit him morning to dim. Every moment watched and tried, under thy gaze nowhere to hide. I am a wind, my days are bread. My eyes shall never see good till death. Am I a sea or a whale so wide that thou settest to watch on every side? When I lie down, I say, when shall I rise? But night is long, filled with sore cries. My flesh is clothed with worms and dust, and my days flee like a weaver's thrust. Let me alone, for my days are vain. Will you not pardon or ease my pain? I am a wind, my days are bread. My eyes shall never see good till death. Am I a sea or a whale so wide that thou settest to watch on every side? Yet even in sorrow, I know this truth: no man escapes the eyes of you. sight, that thou settest to watch on every side. How can a man be just with God, even if pure, he finds me flawed? If I justify, my mouth condemns.